So we decided it would be really fun to kind of do like a thank you giveaway to our followers. We are each going to be giving away a Kat Von D eyeshadow palette. Hey guys, thanks for watching. First of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone who's already entered the Kat Von D palette giveaway that I'm doing with Claudia here on YouTube. We've had a ton of entries so far and I feel like I've made so many new friends. It's awesome. But yeah, thank you so much for entering. If you haven't entered already, the entry link will be down below. It is open internationally and we will be contacting the winner on May 2nd. Today's video is one of my favorite videos to both create and to watch. I have a couple on my channel already. It's a makeup haul. If it wasn't already obvious, I'm a little bit of a makeup addict. It's a serious problem and I am working on it. And by working on it, I mean continuing to spend an excessive amount of money on makeup. I've done some shopping over the last couple of months because, I mean, it's spring. All the new makeup collections are coming out. Like, what was I supposed to do? I couldn't say no. So I've compiled everything I've purchased in the last couple of months into one kind of general big makeup haul. So I wanted to share with you the things that I've picked up, whether I think they're worth the money, how I like them, etc. All that good stuff. I've got all of this. I got stuff mainly from Sephora and Shoppers Drug Mart. So I've got some drugstore, I've got some high-end. Most of the Sephora stuff I did pick up during the VIB Rouge sale that they had recently where you got like 15% off, I think it was. I mean, which is really not that much of a discount, but I'll take what I can get. Got some Anastasia Beverly Hills, some Too Faced, some Tarte, some drugstore stuff, some MAC. I went a little ham. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you'd like to see what I picked up recently, whether or not I think it's worth the money, how I like to use it, blah blah blah, please keep watching. So I'm gonna kind of separate it by brand. First, I did some Anastasia Beverly Hills shopping because they recently expanded their online range at Sephora Canada. The first products I definitely wanted to try were the eyeshadows. Now, bloggers and like YouTubers and everyone have been raving about Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows for so long now. At first, I knew I needed to try like the very metallic shadows, so I picked up a couple of those. I have put them into the little quads. The quads are only like $1 each, so I mean, you can't go wrong. So I picked up the shade Metal, which is a gorgeous like metallic silvery taupe. I did actually use this in my previous tutorial, which I will link below. Picked up Soft Gold. I'm pretty sure I used that one as well. Peach Sorbet and Truffle Glitter. At first it looks a bit more of like a dark silvery taupe, but it does come out almost as like a blackened gold with some silver. It's just such a unique shade. I also picked up some neutrals, so I put all of the like matte shades into this palette here. So I got Custard, Soft Peach, Orange Soda, and Deep Plum. I also did pick up one more in the shade Gleam, which is just a gorgeous like shimmery champagne beige. But I forgot to order the palette, so this one's kind of just chilling on its own right now. First and foremost, the quality of the eyeshadows is amazing. They are so pigmented, so smooth, so blendable. They're definitely worth all the hype that they do receive. And the magnets are so strong that it's very difficult to get them out of here without accidentally like jabbing the eyeshadow or anything. So if you forget the name of the shade, it's kind of hard to like pop them out. Oh my god. As you can see, they're about $16. That is Canadian, of course. Everything's more expensive in Canada. But as for the quality, I think they are one of the best eyeshadow formulas out there. Highly recommend. Next, from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I also picked up the Metallic Luster Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Liquid Gold. These are honestly like liquid gold. It is so pigmented and so creamy. Only downside with formulas like this, and this is not at the fault of Anastasia because pretty much all pencil formulas like this do the same thing, because they are so buttery and creamy, the tip will break very easily, so you have to be super careful that you're not applying too much pressure. Otherwise, it kind of breaks off a little. But as you can see, so insanely pigmented. A product like this would be amazing to use as like an eyeshadow base. I also got the lip gloss in the shade Dainty, which is what I'm wearing on my lips today, but I did layer it over top of a Too Faced lip product I'm going to be talking about very soon. They are beautiful. They're very thick and very opaque, so they are definitely more of a pigmented lip gloss. I don't personally find them to be sticky whatsoever. Definitely a fantastic formula if you do want more of a bold lip gloss. I'm for sure gonna have to pick up more of those. Oh yeah. From Sephora, I did actually order a couple of things before the sale started just because I knew that they were going to sell out right away. So the first thing that I picked up was the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea little value pack that they had. So this one came with samples of the foundation, came with the Marine Boosting Mist, the Deep Dive Cleansing Gel, a deluxe sample lipstick, and the Lights Camera Lashes mascara. So this was a really good price. I think this was only like under $20, I'm pretty sure. And I'm really glad that it came with a sample of the foundation because I wasn't even gonna bother trying it. But when I tried the sample, holy crap, it is amazing. I'm gonna have to be going out and purchasing that very quickly, so I will probably be talking about it in videos to come. I'm super impressed with the Rainforest of the Sea collection. As well, right before the sale started, I ordered 3 of the Too Faced Melted Matte lipsticks. And I know it would have been better to wait for the sale, but they sold out within like the first day of launching online, so I was not going to take any chances. These are a liquid lipstick from Too Faced. You know, like the Too Faced melted lipsticks are huge. They have a ton of different kinds and colors, but these are their newest launch and they are a matte liquid lipstick. So I picked up 3 shades. The first one I got was the shade Queen Bee. This shade definitely looks different on the skin than it does in the tube or online. I was expecting it to be more of a pinky nude, but it is definitely more of that like purpley gray toned, sort of like a pinky mauve. I got the shade Feelin' Myself, which is a bright pinky coral. I am wearing it on the lips today, but I applied it in a very, very sheer layer because I didn't want it to be too pigmented. And then I wore that Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss right over top. The third shade that I got is the shade Cool Girl. So this is definitely darker than I was expecting. It's definitely a little bit of a darker, almost more brown tone nude. So first things first, the packaging is freaking adorable. It's different. You know, it's not your typical long cylindrical tube. It's just something a little different and a bit unique. As for the formula, they are very pigmented, very long wearing. They apply beautifully to the lips. They are a little bit on the drying side, but a matte liquid lipstick usually is, for myself anyway. So you definitely want to make sure, of course, that you have exfoliated and hydrated your lips very well beforehand. I find you get gorgeous color payoff with one swipe. It's not like other formulas out there where it's super thin, you have to keep reapplying and then it's peeling off, and that's just never a cute situation. So like I said, one swipe does give you full color payoff. They've got a gorgeously smooth texture. They dry down relatively quickly. They're amazing. I highly recommend trying them out if you are a liquid lipstick fan. So from the Sephora VIB sale, I did get a couple of those Anastasia eyeshadows, the metallic liner. And then I also got 3 other products. So I've been wanting to try this product. People first started talking about it. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. Sephora was always sold out, so I could never figure out like what my shade was or anything like that. When they finally restocked, I tried out all the colors and I'm definitely glad I waited because if I'd ordered online, I would have gotten a shade completely wrong for me. So I picked up the shade R30, which, ew, ugh, the most disgusting bug just hit my window. So R30 is a little bit more pink tone. It does have more of that like pinky peach undertone, but I wanted it to really help like camouflage my under eye circles while still brightening. This was pretty much a love at first use product for me. If you do have drier skin, I definitely recommend trying it because it blew me away. I am wearing it under my eyes today and it has pretty much completely covered up my dark circles. I do have very like recessed, kind of hollow under eyes. So short of getting under eye fillers, there's not a whole lot I can do to make it look perfect under here, but this camouflaged all of my darkness and really brightened up my eyes. It's super blendable, very creamy, but it gives you great buildable coverage. It's fantastic for concealing under eye darkness. Lasts really well on my skin. It does crease a tiny bit, just in the 2 little lines that I have under my eyes, but every single concealer that I've ever used has done that for me. As long as you set it with powder, which I definitely think you will have to do just because it is more hydrating and more creamy, that will really help just kind of keep it in place. Overall, so happy I picked this up. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Last but not least from Sephora, from the VIB sale, I picked up the Marc Jacobs Twinkle Pop eyeshadow stick in the shade Franny. I am obsessed with these eyeshadow sticks. I have 2 shades already. The first one that I ever got was the shade Honey Bunny, which is probably their best-selling shade. These eyeshadow pencil stick things are unlike any other formula I've ever experienced. They are so pigmented, so shimmery and metallic, but they apply almost wet, so they're very creamy. It almost feels like cooling and kind of wet on the eye. The shade Franny is a gorgeous pale like white. These are super long wearing, super pigmented. They are honestly phenomenal. These are worth every penny. If you are willing to pay a little bit extra for like a high-end brand, the Marc Jacobs Twinkle Pop eyeshadow sticks are seriously phenomenal. So whenever Claudia and I are together, you can usually find us either at Sephora, MAC, or Starbucks, like the basic that we are. So we of course had to go to MAC to check out their new launches. They launched that like future range or something. I don't remember the name, but they launched a few new skin finishes, so naturally we had to go get that. The only product that I picked up from that collection was the skin finish in the shade Other Earthly. I mean, are you kidding? Like, I can't say no to that. I am a big sucker for limited edition MAC skin finishes. I just think they're beautiful. This comes with 3 different shades. It is stunning. They actually make gorgeous highlighters. So it comes with a sort of light silver, it comes with more of a peachy pink shade, and then more of a shimmery bronze. So you can use these individually, you can swirl your brush in them all together. Then one of the girls who was helping us at MAC was like, oh, did you know we launched like new additions to our permanent mineralized skin finish range? We were like, what? So they launched, I think it was 4 shades of mineralized skin finishes that come in this sort of like quad. I got the shade Faintly Fabulous. It comes with more of a like pale yellow, more of your like standard champagne beige, more of an orangey bronze, and then more of a shimmery pink. These are so stunning. I actually think this is one of the prettiest highlighters that MAC has come out with in a while. I personally love to mix the 2 lightest shades, like the yellow and the beige. Oh my god, it makes such a beautiful, natural, like glowing sheen highlight. Other than those 2 skin finishes, I did pick up 2 eyeshadow singles because MAC recently reduced the price of their single eyeshadows that you can get for the palettes. For myself, I showed a lot of restraint and I only got 2 shades. I got the shade Haux, I'm pretty sure is how you say it, H-A-U-X, yes. Claudia insisted I absolutely needed the shade and I agreed with her. And then I got the shade Star Violet, which is a gorgeous, shimmery, almost like burnt violet, cranberry. I always feel so pretentious when I'm trying to describe a shade or a color. So both of these are definitely more on the purpley tone. As for the quality of MAC eyeshadows, I think they're great. Honestly, do I think they are the best eyeshadows on the market? No. They are very affordable for me, especially with a pro discount. I like to save money. Probably wouldn't be able to tell looking at my makeup collection, but I like a good deal. From Shoppers Drug Mart, I did get a couple high-end items and then a couple drugstore items. First and foremost, of course, I could not resist the new Urban Decay products. So they launched new bronzers and highlighters. I got just one of each. These were my 2 favorite shades. So for the bronzer, I got the Beach Bronzer in the shade Bronzed. This is the warmer of the 2. This was a love at first swatch product for me. They are so buttery and smooth. They're definitely a pigmented bronzer, so I do recommend taking a very light hand when using them and just lightly dipping your brush in it. They are so ultra finely milled, you don't see any like particles. I also love that the packaging is very sleek. It would be great for travel. And then we have the highlighters. So I picked up the shade Sin, which was the palest of the highlighters. It was just like that pale kind of champagne color. So I am wearing it today, if you can see that. I'm pretty sure my highlight is visible from outer space right now, but I'm totally fine with that. They do apply a lot more intense and a bit more, not chunky, but like a little chunky than I was expecting. It's a little bit drier of a formula. So I do find you just have to blend it a little bit more. Moving on to the drugstore items, Jaclyn Hill raved about this bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. If you hear people talking about how amazing this smells, they're not exaggerating. It literally smells like a warm summer day. Like, this smells like I'm lying on the beach in the Caribbean somewhere, like basking in the sun with a gorgeous tan, while a beautiful chiseled Jamaican man feeds me fresh mango and coconut. That's what this smells like. It supposedly contains a blend of like natural butters, like muru butter. It's a super silky and smooth bronzer. It's pretty much the perfect bronzer for fair skin. Like, you guys, you need to try this. I have been a huge fan of the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows for years now, and this shade is new-ish, I believe. This is the shade Iced Latte. So it's a pale, shimmery, like beige. It almost appears more of like a whitish gold on the skin. I love these eyeshadows so much. I think they're one of the best eyeshadows on the market. Definitely one of the best drugstore eyeshadows by far. I have a full review of these that I did ages ago, like when I first started blogging, which I will link below, but these are no joke. They're so pigmented, so long wearing. They're kind of like a hybrid between a powder and a cream, almost like a pressed pigment type of formula. So I like to apply these best with my finger. I just think that picks up the product and deposits it the best. Last but not least, also from L'Oreal, I picked up one of their newer like Color Riche eyeshadows. These are these guys here. I'd heard very mixed reviews, and when I swatched them, some of the shades were very disappointing, but some of them, like this one, were gorgeous. So this is the shade number 207. It looks darker in the pan than it applies. It's sort of a silvery, slightly purple toned taupe. I just have a thing for eyeshadows like this, but they're beautiful. These are not quite as pigmented as the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, but definitely great. They're inexpensive and just kind of nice to play around with and to have in your collection. So that's pretty much it. That was everything that I have purchased in the last like 2 months or so. Overall, I'm super happy with everything I picked up. I know I have a problem, and Mom, if you're watching this, I'm trying to save money, but it's hard when beautiful makeup exists. Let me know what you guys picked up recently, whether it was from the Sephora sale or whatnot. I always love to know what other people are buying. I just think it's interesting and it helps me kind of figure out what more I want to buy. Not like I need to spend any more money on makeup, but we know I'm going to. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.